Hello, my name's Sam and welcome to my channel Sewcial Sparkle with Sam. Now, I've come on today because I feel like I've got a bit of explaining to do. So if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram or any of my socials, or if you are just my buddy, then you will probably have heard that I have set myself up a little business. So it's something that I've been thinking about doing for a really long time, but you know, sometimes you've just got to take the horse by the reins or whatever I don't know what the analogy is, but you've just got to do it. Bite the bullet, I think that's one, isn't it? Although I wouldn't recommend that one. Hey ho, so I have bitten the bullet, as it were, and I have opened my sparkly studio and my Sewcial Sparkle. So me and my wonderful, marvellous Mr. Sparkles have been working really, really hard over the summer. He works in a school, so he's had the summer off. So he hasn't had the summer off. He has been put to work and been made very busy. And we have created a website where I can run my business from. So down below is the website, the address. So please go have a look, click on, sign up for a newsletter, you know, so that when I have new dates of things or if I put a new blog up and things like that, then you will find out. I promise not to inundate you with hundreds and hundreds of emails because I have not got the time to do that. So yeah, but it would be really lovely just as a way of saying, you know, we're here with you, Sam. That would be great. And the main reason I'm on today is to tell you about my Sewcial Sparkle. So I love online socials. I love sewing socials, but we are a one-car family, so it's very difficult for me to go to socials because then that means I'm removing the car from other people. So I can only really do socials that friends can take me to, and I've had a lot of that. Thank you very much, Mandy Make It So. Or if I can arrange to have the car, or if they are very local. So that's the reason why I love online socials, because I get all of the hit of sewing socials, but without actually having to go anywhere. And so I attend a lot of sewing socials, but I've just decided that I would like my own. So I've had this idea in my head for a really long time to start and end your week with a sparkle. So my sewing socials for now are going to be Monday mornings 10 till 12 and Friday evenings 7 till 9. So you can either, you know, get a good start to your week with a Monday sparkle or finish your week on a high with a Friday sparkle. Now, I have the next few Mondays up right up until the end of October, but Fridays I only have up until Scottish Frocktails, because I am not going to be able to do the Friday of Scottish Frocktails because I will be flying to Glasgow on that Friday. And then I've got another one when I go to another, saying I'm not going to sewing socials, and I'm talking about two. And then when I go to Sophisticated, it's another Friday that I can't do. So, but as soon as this Friday's passed, then I will put the other Fridays on. So yeah, I am already booked up for, I think, completely booked up for this Friday. I've got a few spaces for Monday, and then I've got some spaces for the Friday after and the Monday after that. So if you fancy coming along for a little bit of Sewcial Sparkle, the times on the website are British summertime, so I am in the UK. I have thought about the timings, but obviously it is, you know, for me, it's starting and ending the week. So for you, it might be slightly different. but please feel free to come along. If you have never been to a online social before, then the idea is to just come along, and with like-minded people, you can come in your pajamas, you can come in your ball gown, you can come with a cuppa, you can come with a glass of wine. If you want to bring a project and sew, you can. If you just want to sit and listen, you can. I tend to do a combination of both. If you just want to sit and knit and listen, that's absolutely fine. Please feel free, cameras on or cameras off. I've got my lovely twin one with me today. I wasn't really too happy about getting in front of the camera. And if you've got twin one and twin two out there, maybe you want to have your camera off, and that's okay. You can have your microphone off as well. You can literally just listen. So if you have your microphone off, that means we can't hear you, but you can hear everything that's going on. And the same with the cameras. If you have your camera off, that means we just can't see you. But you can see everything else that's going on. So don't let that put you off. If you're thinking, I'm not feeling my best today, or I don't really want to be on camera, but I want to be part of the party, then that is great. And I am going to be doing lots more videos, vlogs, stories on how the socials are going to run, because although initially the Mondays and Friday ones are very social sparkle, more kind of chat and natter, I am intending to do some learning and teaching socials as well, and they will be on different days of the week. So yeah, which will be very exciting. So that's really, I just wanted to tell you that that's what I've been up to. So now you're past me has made a video about me setting up my studio behind me. So you'll see all of what's going on, because as well as me having the socials, I have got a small capacity to have some students in my studio. And I'm afraid all of those classes are full right up until Christmas, but watch this space for other things happening. But yeah, so I'm going to pass you over to past me, and then you can watch the setup of the Sparkly studio, see how it's all happened, and I'll see you in a bit at the end. And if you are wondering where I am and why I'm sounding a little bit echoey, it's because I am in my brand new studio. So yeah, the reason that I've been a bit kind of quiet on since I've left Carolyn Rose and what I was going to be doing is that I've just been working quietly, scribbling away in the background on a few little projects. I have recently been quite unwell. I am fully recovered now, so I'm kind of back into full mode, and I thought I'd kind of show you. I wasn't going to show you anything at all until it was all done, and I just thought, no, you like a journey, let's show you the journey. So yes, I am in my new little sewing studio, which is enough room for me to teach 4 students comfortably. So I've got 4 teaching spaces and cutting area, ironing area, tea trolley, most important, and then the Kallax unit for all of the equipment that I need. And it's got its own bathroom, and it is actually the basement of my house. So working from home has a whole new meaning. So that is kind of what I've been up to, and this is where I am at the moment. I'm hoping that this space is going to work in a few ways. So I am going to just start the teaching very quietly. I already have some private students, and what I'm just going to do is welcome them in and not open it up to too many other people at the moment, because to be perfectly honest, I'm not quite sure how it's all going to work. The other thing that I want to do down here is I want to be able to film and make more tutorials and kind of more sew-alongs and that kind of thing to build my channel. And the other thing that me and Mr. Sparkles has been working on is our website. The website is almost ready to go, which is so exciting, because we've been working so hard on it, and it felt like it was going to take forever. But it's definitely coming together, because one of the things that I want to do is I want to do a Sewcial Sparkle. So I have had a very active group on Facebook for quite a long time now. I also obviously have my private students, and a lot of people have been asking me to do a kind of online social sewing. Now, of course, I know that there are lots of other online social sewing opportunities, but I think there's room in the sewing community for everyone, and I have definitely been in the situation where I have been desperate for a social sewing session, and there just hasn't been one available to me at the time that I need. So I'm kind of thinking, you know, if there's something there at the time that you need it, then that's great. So today I am getting the studio all ready because the furniture is coming tomorrow, and I am very excited. So I have been evicting all of the spiders, I have been cleaning and tidying, I have been sorting out all of the new flooring, I have been touching up paint work where necessary. I am not painting the whole entire studio. I have decided that I really want to live with it for a little while before I decide on colours and things, because I haven't quite decided how I want it to look as yet. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. So because I've been kind of cleaning, I decided that my best workwear is, I've got this lovely pink Naya t-shirt. It is one that I made a really long time ago. I still really love it, but it is getting a little bit older now. So I thought if it gets ruined, it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to be upset. And then my lovely Erin dungarees. Again, I do love these, but I made them a little while ago, and yeah, and I've kind of worn them. They tend to be my housey dungarees, you know, when I do jobs, and I've got a tiny little bleach stain on them and things like that. So I'm not too worried about it, but I still think I look put together and I look like I'm ready to sparkle in my studio. So I've brought you to the other side, the other end of my studio. And I thought I'd just point out, this has been my little Bible for the last couple of days. So I don't know about you, but whenever I rearrange a room, the first thing I do is draw out a floor plan. So I measured the whole space, I drew out the floor plan, and then I gave myself 50 centimetre squares of the flooring, and then I marked them on here. So my cellar is 4.5 metres long, and it's actually 4.5 metres wide, but I have got the bathroom in there. So I've kind of squared it all out, and then I've popped in where everything's going to go. I've included things like a mirror, the chairs. I've made sure that I've got a good coverage all around the chairs. I googled it actually. It said you need between 50 and 80 centimetres around the chair for comfortable for people to kind of get in and out, and I've got 75. So I'm kind of thinking it's not like luxury space, but it's definitely enough space. And then I've got my tables in the middle. Again, people have got a metre by 70 centimetres space, which apparently should be enough. This is going to be a little bit trial and error, but we will see how we go. And then there's enough space to walk around comfortably on one side, and the other side will be against the wall. And actually that would be quite handy, because then against the wall we've got shelving, so it means that people can kind of get the things that they need. And then I've got a cutting area. I'm going to be really honest, the cutting area isn't as big as I would like it to be. But if just 2 people are cutting at a time, there'll be plenty of space. If all 4 people decide they all want to cut out at the same time, then that could be a bit tricky. I've got space for my tea trolley. That's been very important. My cutting table, and then my collapse unit, and it all fits in theory really nicely, but we will find out tomorrow when the IKEA lorry comes whether it's all going to fit in. So another little view of the studio. This picture here was very much inspired by my lovely friend Rachel, the French seams. I really want this to feel like a sparkly and friendly place to be. I want it to feel very me, but also feel very welcoming, so people feel very comfortable here. This is the door to the outside. Now there is an entranceway that you can get in and out without coming through my house, but there is also another entrance that you can come in through my house, so you know, safety first and all of that. So yeah, I've been thinking long and hard about hiring a different studio space, but it just seemed to make sense. All of my children have moved out now. This was our spare room, which was a really, really good size. You know, it was almost like, you know, a studio flat, room to make tea, bathroom, all the rest of it. And I was just thinking, what a great space to have a studio. I've got my little spider plant up there. I would love weekly reminders from all of you lovely people for me to water that plant, because otherwise the next time you see a video, it's probably not going to be there. But I decided I'm going to give it a go. I did actually have this plant down here when it was a bedroom, but I took it upstairs into one of the bathrooms upstairs because I just wasn't remembering to water it, because when it was a bedroom, I only really come down to kind of service it and change the bed and that kind of thing. It didn't occur to me to come down here to water the plants. But because hopefully when this is my sparkly studio, I'm going to be here more often, that thing might stand a chance of living. Who knows? So I think I've done all 4 sides of my studio now, so that you had a lovely look at a empty studio. And I will be back tomorrow when I will do my IKEA unpacking of furniture, and yeah, let you know how we get on with our new studio. See you in a bit. So the Kallax units are in, the cutting table is in, my lovely shiny picture is in, the tea trolley is in, the tables are in, I am missing a chair, but the tables are in, the mirror is in. I've got some pictures that still need to go up on the wall, but and my cleaning box, because I need to do the blue. Yeah, pretty much done. Hello. Now I'm really sorry I didn't come back on yesterday, Friday. Today is Saturday. It is 8:45 in the morning. I have been up since 4 o'clock because it was time to take my mum back to Spain. So me and Mr. Sparkles drove her to Birmingham Airport at 4 o'clock this morning. So that was fun. But it does mean that I've had a little bit of time to poodle around in the studio. And as you can see, it's actually looking a little bit like a sewing studio. So yeah, yesterday was Friday. The furniture came, I think it arrived just after lunchtime, and then it was a real family affair. Everybody helped out to get all of the flat packs done and everything put in place. I haven't bought everything down that I need. I've just bought a few bits and pieces down that I know that I need down here. I haven't got all the machines down here yet. I've actually got my old Benina out because I needed to have a little look at her and make sure that she was okay and give her a clean and tidy. I am thinking about trading her in because I fancy the new Janome version, the one that they're using on the Sewing Bee. I quite fancy that one, and it's a little bit expensive, so I thought if I got rid of that one, then maybe that would be a little pot towards that, but that might be a decision for another time because it has been a little bit of an expensive time when you're setting up your new business. It seems to take quite a lot of funds, but yeah, so this is where I'm at. So as I said, it's Saturday morning. I've got my Starfish Zoe dress. I actually have started a new Zoe dress. I was feeling a bit overwhelmed on Thursday night, so I joined one of the virtual sewing room sessions because they had a whip clinic, and I have lots of whips, so I got a good way along with one of my Zoes that I'd cut out almost a year ago. So yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to wear that in my new studio because the colours will go really nicely. So a little sneaky preview there for you there. Yeah, so I've got my starry bag and my Starfish Zoe dress on, and I'm going to go and have some brunch with my daughter. My daughter's a teacher. She goes back to work on Monday, and I'm kind of going to go full on work mode from Monday. So it's a good idea to go and have a little catch up. So we're going to have some lovely brunch and have a catch up with her. I find that my daughter is really good, particularly when I've got lots of things on. She's a great person to talk things through. She's got a very level head. Not quite sure where she's got that from. She's very level-headed, and she's really good at saying, oh, you know, well done, mum, you're doing really well. How about doing this? And yeah, she almost takes over the mummy role, but I think that's probably because, you know, I've done a good job over the past 31 years. So now it's rubbed off on her, and yeah, and I love being in her company. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to come back. And hopefully me and Mr. Sparkles are going to make our website live. So if you find the link to the website in the comments below, it means that we've done it. If you don't, it means that something went wrong. So we will see. I'll see you a bit later. Good morning. It is Sunday morning, and I put on my sparkly Ashton top. Now yesterday I did go and have a lovely brunch with my daughter, and then when I got back there was life that kind of hit me in the face that I needed to deal with, and then I decided that I didn't want to go straight into the studio because I was quite tired after my 4 a.m. airport run with my mum. So what we decided to do is work on the website. The website is definitely now ready to go. I've sent the link to a couple of really close friends and family so that they can have a look and just check that there aren't any obvious glitches that we have missed and that all of the buttons and everything works, but I'm really excited about it. So yeah, it's Sunday morning, and I'm off to go and get my nails done because my nails are looking terrible. So I'm going to go and get my nails done, and then I'm going to go head back home, finish the work I need to do in the studio, hopefully take you there if I remember, and then we've got kids coming over for Sunday lunch. Well, when I say lunch, 3 o'clock, that's when we have Sunday lunch. So yeah, see you in a bit. So I am back from town and I am in my studio, and as you can see I have done a little bit more sorting. I've got my nails, don't know whether you can see, but they are all super sparkly stars, and yeah, I really wanted to sparkle today. I've got my Starfish necklace that the lovely Nikki sent me in one of my gift swaps, which I love. Yeah, just really I never knew that I needed a big gold starfish until I put it on with my Ashton top, and now I absolutely love it. So I'm in my studio and I have been sorting out the tabletops and individual kind of pots and things for people to have, and I realised that I don't have enough of my me-made coasters because I've given away so many as gifts that I've only got 2 left. So I have cut out some little scraps. These scraps are some scraps that the lovely Adam from Adam Sews sent to me a little while ago, and actually when I was doing some sorting I'd kind of forgot, I'd put a little pile of the ones that I liked in a little box and I'd forgotten about them, so I've got them out and I've cut out some teacups. I've got one more to do, yeah, and then I will get my felt box out, and this is the template, and make some little coasters, because I thought that would be a nice thing to do this afternoon. The other thing I want to do is I want to finish off a couple of whips. I am thinking about doing a whip a week. I don't know whether that's a video that you would quite like to watch. I've done a count up in my room. I don't know whether to tell you the number because I feel a little bit shamed. So I have 42 works in progress, ranging from things that I have just cut out and forgotten about and are still in kind of folders ready to go, down to projects that I started when I pretty much first started sewing and just kind of halted for all sorts of different reasons, and they're still there, and to then things that I've just got a dress that needs a collar on, or trousers that need hemming and perhaps a pocket sorting out or something, all sorts of things. So if that is a series that you would like, I could probably do a year. I've probably got enough to do a year full of whipper weeks, with a few weeks off for holidays and high days and all that. Don't know whether that's something you're interested in, but if it is, then let me know. So I'm gonna get some sewing done, get some sorting done. Mr. Sparkles is upstairs creating a gorgeous, I can smell it now, gorgeous roast chicken dinner for us all. My daughter and her boyfriend are coming over, and Joe will be here for lunch today. So I will give myself a good wodge of the afternoon off to have a nice lunch, and I might treat myself to a glass of wine this afternoon. And then this evening, I have launched my website just to a few select people, and I am going to try out my first Sewcial Sparkle, just with a very few select people that don't mind when things go wrong, because I've never done it through the Zoom before, through the website. I've done Zoom before, I've never done it through the website, so I just want to check that everything is working, and then if that's all working and the booking system is all working, I'm ready to go live. So yeah, scary and exciting feelings all at the same time. So I will love you and leave you, and see you in a bit, lovely ones. Thank you so much for staying till the end. I hope you enjoyed the little tour of my sparkly studio, and don't forget, go and have a little look at my website. It is now finished. I would really appreciate if you go and just sign up onto the little newsletter at the bottom, and if you fancy coming to a sewing social, you are most welcome. So thank you so much. I've had so much love and messages over the last couple of weeks. It's just been amazing, and I'm really looking forward to lots of Sewcial Sparkle and to sparkling with you in the future. So don't forget to sparkle. I'll see you really soon. Bye for now. And you can find my new website at www.sewletsparkle.com.